So in these first few moments, in these first few breaths, be easy. There's really nothing to do. So take a few moments and begin to just come to some stillness. And, you know, we just woke up, but it's important to know and to acknowledge that the stillness of meditation and waking consciousness is very different from the stillness of sleep. So know that the stillness is not a repetition of the rest that we just came of, but a different type of nourishment. So see if you can tune into just how you feel in your body this morning, first off. And notice that stillness might be really hard to come to, so fidget and move around, and, you know, don't be afraid to take time to arrive. And as you arrive here, no real conscious breath effort yet, but perhaps just taking a deep breath in. First conscious deep breath of your morning, and then just let that out, however feels good. And just take a few more like that. Breathing in deeply, first time all day, you've probably noticed that you even have breath. And then just let that go. Starting to tune into the rhythms of your own body as you begin your day. The rhythms of your breath as it moves in and out, and again, noticing how you feel in your body today. Notice what feels good and where you might feel like you want to offer some love. Deep breaths in. Starting to move the body with the breath, and notice the breaths out, how the body shifts. And then stay with those deep breaths, really not much effort here yet, and take a moment as we've noticed how the body feels. Begin to notice what's taking up space in your mind this morning. Thoughts, worries, hopes, you know, maybe just mundanities of checklists. Without judgment, just notice. Breathe in to draw your awareness across all of those thoughts, all of those sensations in your mind and your headspace. And breathe out to soften, knowing that the thoughts may stay, but just letting them rest and float just for the next few minutes. Hanging like clouds in the distance, knowing that what's important will wait for you, and maybe some of the not so important things can fall away as you breathe and ground yourself here. Take a deep breath in. Take a long breath out. And then lastly, before we begin to take control of our breath here, start to draw your awareness across your heart space, across your emotions. And notice what you're feeling today. Without judgment and without trying to figure out what you're feeling, just notice what's there. Notice the positive and the negative without trying to change anything, without trying to judge anything or thinking you should feel a certain way. Just be. And breathe in deeply as you cast your awareness all around those feelings and emotions. And breathe out to soften them, and just like thoughts, let them kind of float like clouds for the next 20 minutes or so, knowing they will wait just as your thoughts will wait. Take a deep breath in here. Fill up your belly, fill up your ribs, fill up your heart, fill up a little more, and then let it out. Take 3 more rounds, just like that, without much effort, just breathing in deep. And just as long and slow of an exhale, matching that breath in. And then keeping your awareness on your breath here. On your next inhale, start to send the breath into the space of your belly. So it may even help to lay a hand across your belly, make it really gentle, no effort. And as you inhale, let your belly rise and fill like a balloon, almost an exaggerated movement, as if your lungs have moved down into your belly space. And then just compress that and feel that balloon deflate under your hand with your exhale. Just focus on that here for a few rounds of breath. Exaggerated inhales into your belly, let it rise. And long exhales as you allow the balloon to deflate. Take a few more like that, focusing on the space. Notice what it feels like to expand the body in this space. To send breath deeply into a place that we don't often breathe into, and that we don't often have a lot of love for in our society. So offer the space of your belly some love and fill up. I'll take 1 more round here of this deep belly breathing. Biggest breath yet. Fill your balloon. And then let that go. So adding on to this breath, so same thing, take an inhale, draw the breath all the way down, fill up your belly, and then let the breath rise into your rib cage here. So the lower ribs expand, and then from the space of the lower ribs, begin to exhale, and then let the belly fall. So there's almost like a wave. So inhale deeply into the belly, and then let the breath rise up into the ribs. So just a little bit further up in the body, exhale from the rib cage, and then allow your belly to fall. So feel this wave-like motion and take a few rounds on your own of the belly filling, the ribs expanding, and then reverse it. Rib cage drops, belly drops. Just practice that wave-like breath for a few rounds on your own. Having the hand in that space is really helpful to feel the movement. And as you create this wave of breath through your body, notice how your body feels. The expansion and the rise and the lift away from the earth. And then there's a drop and a softening and a heaviness as you breathe out. Just notice that wave of breath and how without even moving, you're able to change your body. And then we'll add on here. So from here, perhaps placing a hand over your heart, either hand over your heart space. And then maybe that other hand stays on your belly, and then repeat that deep inhale into your belly. Let it fill up, let the rib cage expand, and now allow the breath to rise all the way into the heart. Right? Even lifting under that hand that's there, and then from the heart, exhale from the ribs, from the belly, like a wave. Breathe into your belly. Allow it to rise through the ribs, lift the heart, and then reverse that breath. Drop the heart space. Ribs collapsing, belly falling soft. Like a wave. Inhale from the belly, through the lungs, through the heart. Reversing that from the heart, from the ribs, from the belly. So find your wave-like motion in the body, in the breath. And notice as you begin to move the breath fully through your heart, how your body changes. How the ribs begin to expand and separate, how the back body moves as the breath lifts and rises. Maybe even noticing if you're sitting or lying down, how the breath shifts the pelvis and the hips, how the crown of the head might lengthen even without moving, how the breath can influence and change so much. Stay with your wave-like breathing. This 3-part breath we call Dirga breath in the yoga practice. Powerful tool and a potent practice to energize us and bring us calm at the same time. So now you know a 3-part breath. Now you practice this 3-part breath and you take it into life with you. Knowing that you can use this wave-like inhale and exhale anytime, any place. For so many needs, connecting with yourself, retreating from stress, just finding a moment of peace in your day. So we'll be here in silence for another minute. Take this minute and make it your own. Remembering those thoughts hang like clouds. Let them hover. And as you work to find your own practice, know that silence can be the most difficult part. And that thoughts will always creep in, and the practice is not blocking them out, but the practice is coming back to your breath. And you might do that 100 times. Whatever the distraction is, work, noise outside, your children. Come back to your breath. Deep inhale, filling up through your wave. Long exhale. We'll stay here 5 more rounds together. Knowing that the last few moments of practice really set you up for your day. Be here with your breath, with yourself. Knowing that the work of being here and fortifying yourself is also the work of fortifying your family and the work of fortifying your community. When we are better, when we are our best selves, we serve the world better and add to the success, everything around us. So acknowledge this gift you've given yourself this morning, and acknowledge the gift that you're cultivating to give to everyone that you'll meet today. Take a deep breath in. Starting to let go of the 3 parts and just returning to a normal way of breathing. And before you move and before you begin your day, just notice Notice any shifts in your body in just these short moments of practice here. Shifts in your mind. And take a moment to acknowledge yourself. This is some of the hardest work here in stillness, alone with ourselves. So great job. Great job, friends. Maybe wiggling your fingers and toes, allowing some consciousness to come back to your physical body. And if you're lying down, maybe making your way up to a seat and preparing yourself to begin your day. And then it might feel good to draw your hands to heart center, not in prayer, but just in acknowledgement and connection of yourself to yourself. Yeah, you can drape your hands across that heart space, and then we'll take one final big breath in together here. And one final big breath out together. The light in me honors the light in all of you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste, all my friends.